What is going on, you guys? How's it going, my Vikings? This is Negan from Vikings War of Clans, here to just talk about having a meat wall and also about trapping. But before I do this, I'm gonna try something new, and also I'm gonna do something else. I've been told several times that the audio from the game is a little annoying. So right now I am going to turn off the game settings for audio, just so that everyone knows what's going on. There we go. So sound off. So I have now turned off sound. Hopefully this is much better for you guys. When I click on things, let me know what you think. The next thing I'm about to do, actually I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna wear some headphones. I don't know if this is gonna sound any better. It may sound much better, it may not, but we will see.
Hi.
How's it going, Sylvester? All right, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but I can hear you guys. Maybe we'll see. Anyways, so let's talk about creating a meat wall for if you want to trap, or if you just want to take on like an onslaught on your own. There was a player that posted a screen or a message to me a while back. I'm always ready. This is kind of a shout out to Rocky Johnson. I'm going to be covering his question that he asked about creating a meat wall for a player that is about 100 billion influence, or lower or higher, depending on where you want to be. But I know the higher troops you go, the more difficult it is to train, obviously, because it requires a lot of resources and a lot of boosts. But in all aspects of the game, having your T4s as your meat wall is the best option to be able to defend against an onslaught. I'm going to see if I can find a chat really quickly of a guy that I knew. My online gaming name is Negan. All right, so this is a few pictures from a while back of a guy that sent me a screenshot of what our clan did against them, or against him by himself, and then a few screenshots of a few other people. But he had, at this point in Jot, 360 million troops. 300 million were T4s. We sent 88 million T7s at him, and he won by quite a bit. Now, 5, 6, 5, 8, let's see. 5, 8, 5, 6, 5, 8. 5, 8, 3. 5, 8, 3. All right, so let's look at this one as an example. So he took a solo hit from Harley Quinn, and she sent T7s at him, 3 million. He lost 2.7 million T3s because he had 22.4 million troops, which is actually quite a surprise. Like, usually, the T7s will cut through the T3s, but that's a pretty good defense there for him being by himself. This is an onslaught that online on YouTube, or online in the game itself. And then this guy, this clan only sent 14 million troops, which, they did 15 million damage, but to T3s as well, so pretty good. But if you look at the just underneath those T3s that he lost, he had 501 million T4s at that time. Ollie sent a massive onslaught at him. They sent 125 million troops, mostly T7s. He lost 257 million troops. Probably most of those are T4s. So he lost quite a bit, but he was able to take on an onslaught. Where you are straight line. If you search under I am Negan, or if you just search Vikings War of Clans, you should be able to find me on YouTube. If you're trying to find me in the game, I am in Kingdom 474 with the biggest Russian clan there. You'll find my name Negan the way it's spelled on YouTube on there as well. But this is how I have my channel as I am, or Vikings War of Clan, I am Negan. So that's how you can find myself on YouTube, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for me in the game, then Kingdom 474 is where I am, and I think I am located inside the stronghold somewhere. But yeah, so going back to this, he had a lot of T4s and was able to take a pretty good, like, massive hit against the Ollie clan. He did lose a lot of troops, again, 257 million troops. Those were mostly all T4s. And then eventually he did get burned. Let's see. These guys, or no, that's the wrong one. That's me attacking. That's right here. So, Rhett sent an onslaught, and we don't know how many troops were sent. I'm guessing about 130 million, and they were able to break through his meat wall. He had 183 million T4s. 183. He lost 146 plus the T6 and T7s that he had. So he lost quite a bit. But if you want to be able to take an onslaught, a big onslaught, you need to train T4s. So that's what I have. I have a pretty big meat wall. Let the game load. If we go to my wall, I have 195 million T4s. And again, the T4s are there to be able to help suppress any like solo hits. If I get solo hit with T7s, again, I have a lot of T1s, T2s, and T3s. Like T1s, 71 million. Those are going to die super fast, but again, they will do a bit of a buffer, and I can easily retrain those, no problem. Same with T2s and T3s. T3s, I have 78 million. T4s, again, 195 million. I get to T5s, I only have 67 million. I go to T6, I have 100 million, and then I have my T7s, I only have 87 million of those. And again, the higher you go, the harder it is to train and to just train them, because they're expensive on boosts and resources. I have the resources, as you guys can see. I have 118 billion food, 103 billion, and I have a lot of resources, and that's just a portion of what I have. Like I have more in farm accounts, and so it's good to have those farm accounts to be able to help you with the resources. But it's the boost that is the challenge. If you run out of boosts, then there's no way for you to be able to learn. There's no way for you to be able to train, and there's not much you can do. So I personally will always have a T4s. I'm assuming once T8s come out, they're gonna be probably effective against T4s and T5s, but they're gonna be like super expensive to train, and they're probably gonna cut right through T1 to 3. And they'll probably like be super strong against T4s and T5s. And so eventually you're going to have a pretty big T6 wall. So what I'm going to try to prepare myself for is to create a large T5 T6 and T7 army. That is what my goal will be once I get packs and special packs. Once I have the money for it, just because it can get expensive. And then scouts, obviously, to be able to take on an onslaught and for the enemy to not know what you have in town, you need to be able to have scouts to be able to protect your troops, to be able to protect the secrecy of what you have. So I have 67 million T4s and 21 million T5s and 17 million T6s and only 3.7 million T7s, but that is more than enough to be able to, again, suppress the scouting. So say you and your clan want to do a trap, and you have a trap account that has a massive T4 wall. I would say if your account is at about 60 billion influence, then that would be a good trap account. And the best thing to do, and this is if you're willing to take on an onslaught, is to have about 500 million T4s, because it's going to be hard to cut through the T4s. And then obviously have T5 and T6s, T7s if you have them, but T7s will really be useless to you because you can't really do much with them, whereas T6s will be better. But if you have a minimum of 500 million T4s, and then you have your clanmates support you as well, and they send reinforcements, their highest tier, and they're inside your town, and you're able to take on an onslaught. You may lose 250 million T4s, but or less, depending on how strong they are or how many they send. But if you have your clanmates that support you, you'll be able to defend that onslaught quite well. But for that to work, for a clan to take the risk and attack you, you need to be able to defend your town against scouts. Therefore, it is important to have a pretty large scout army as well. Now, if you want to know how to defend your scouts and how to be able to withstand a scout attack, I do have a video that explains how to increase your scout stats and how to be in fighting gear yet defend in scouting. So just scroll through my videos and it's in there if you guys want to learn how to do that. But if you want to take an onslaught and for the enemy to not know what you have in your town, it is gonna be necessary for you to be able to have your troops hidden with the scouts. So once again, I suggest having a big wall of T4s. I only have 194 or 195 million. My goal will be to try to get to 500 million, which will take me some time, but I will probably most likely focus on T6s and T7s, just because once T8s come out in the near future, guaranteed that they're gonna be effective against T4s and T5s, most likely, just because Plarium has to make their money and they gotta think of ways to be able to make it competitive. So that's my suggestion, is to do the T4 army. Now you got to make sure that your oracle and your stats for the T4s are maxed. Otherwise, if they are weak, then you're not going to be able to take on those hits like you would prefer. How's it going, guys? I have 6 viewers. Thank you for hopping onto the stream. If you guys have yet to subscribe, make sure to subscribe and follow. And if you have any questions about anything specifically, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, this is just that video. I just wanted to explain what it was for and how to be able to take on a big onslaught and having that meat wall, because it is crucial. The bigger that you become, the more people want to burn you, essentially. And as a clan we're pretty big. We are 31 trillion influence. When we go to Jot, we look for targets that are between, well, I guess probably max 70 billion to 90 billion. And we look at the specific statistics of how many troops people have. So that is another factor to consider. If
Please show your soul splits.
my soul shards, you mean? Soul splits. I don't know what soul splits are. I'm assuming it's soul shards. But right now I am low on soul shards because I have done some upgrading on my own. Currently I have 1.7 million soul shards. I have done quite a few learns or knowledge for...
Look like naked without beard ball.
Yeah, I cut it off. I was gonna go to a really fancy hotel, and my daughter got sick, so unfortunately we can't go today. But I shaved it off so I could look good for Christmas and stuff. But yeah, this is what I've done so far. I've used up a few of my soul shards. I had about 3 million soul shards. Now I'm down to 1.7, I think it was. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I've just been training up the new knowledge. It's the secret knowledge. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, secret knowledge. And I've been focusing on the fortress for that. But yeah, I'm just at level 8 for that one. It requires a lot of boosts. The shards themselves.
Level 30.
You're so close though. So close. You just need to get to 31 and then you can start doing that. But the soul shards are not what is expensive in this. It is the time to learn. And so as an example, 165,000 soul shards for this upgrade, which is not a big deal. I have 1.7 million, which it's not a lot. It's the time that is the issue, especially if you do not have the boosts. 81 weeks. Even if I bring that down, it's probably going to be at about 50 weeks. And if you don't have... My daughter's awake, but if you don't have those boosts, there's no way for you to be able to do those learns. So that's what's difficult about that.
Moscow.
Awesome. Greetings from Canada, basically Moscow. It's very snowy here. I think my daughter is awake. Sadie and Sarah and mommy. Look, Sarah, Sadie, and mommy. Can you say hi? She does not look impressed. Anyways, so that's what I would suggest for you guys to do if you're going to focus on building a meat wall. Have your T4s built so that you can be able to resist solo attacks, and also so you can resist the big onslaughts. And you'll need a lot of them if you're going to take an onslaught, so you can withstand the hit. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. I will catch you guys later. I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to follow and subscribe. Make sure to share this video with your friends. I am trying to grow as much as I can, and without you guys I cannot do that. Thank you for those that have subscribed. We are at 126 subscribers, and remember, I have that that giveaway that I will do once I hit the number of subscribers. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will give away $100 Canadian, which will be something in whatever country you are in. Anyway, take care. Peace out.